I'm driving over to my buddy's house and I wanted to record my thoughts. I read this Hermetic text. It is called The Stellar Man. And this text talks about how people who are imprisoned have a difficult time transcending the third dimension or the five sense illusion, as David Icke and Mark Passio have discussed, the five sense illusion. And when I read this in The Stellar Man, I thought of actually being imprisoned in the common thought form of imprisonment, like the prison system in America. But at a higher level, the prison system in America is the entire continental United States. Everyone within it is a prisoner of its system, which is something I knew, but have only heard in passing and didn't fully accept it into myself because of meeting halfway with common thought forms and not wanting to seem extremist. The term extremist has been usurped by immoral individuals. So when one thinks of extremist, they associate that term with immoral behavior. And I thought about this recently, that the truth is extreme in its form. But that does not mean that truth is not balanced within itself. We're talking about illusion, lies and illusion, and truth. The truth is extreme. The truth is what is. Illusions and lying are all over the place. There's no clear definitions. There's contradiction within illusion. Contradiction. Truth is what is. There is no contradiction. A truthful being, a truthful moral state seems threatening in the face of tyranny to people who are connected to tyranny and derive their life force from it. Because Archons are twisted within themselves. Archons are a virus attached to that person. They are not that person. They are attached to that person. I'm reading Phantom Self right now by David Icke, and David Icke talks about how these viruses are like a person piggybacking onto someone else. And that's sort of how computers get viruses. The virus is piggybacking onto someone else. And that's what's happened here in the aspect of truth and illusion, where people and myself find it difficult to accept truth because our entire lives have been built upon contradiction and illusion. So that makes it extremely difficult to learn about the truth, because even that term itself has been usurped usurped. That's why I follow a character like Mark Passio. And why I see him as someone who has the best solutions to these problems. Someone that advocates for ferocious reading and self-study is someone who cares about someone else, because they want someone to develop their own individualized courses of study. That's an important thing. It's someone who is bringing true care into the world, someone who wants independence for others and not just themselves. Someone that wants the true freedom movement, who wants to provide solutions to bring true freedom to every human on planet Earth, regardless of race, religion, gender, nationality. And even as I say those words, one could misconstrue advocation for religion. Or nationality. Like, what is nationality? Nationality is a form of tribalism. And transcending that tribal behavior is there balance within tribalism? Or is tribalism an immoral system to start with? Now, tribalism brings conflict as groups feel threatened by other groups. So you go to, here's a great example. I went to a soccer match in high school, and I'm not sure if someone spilled a beer or someone was stepping on someone else's dress, but there started to be this clash between the two schools, like a lot of fighting, true verbal altercation occurring, cuss words included. And something like that could develop to a physical altercation. And it's a perfect example of the Hegelian dialectic, where two sides are fighting together to create that problem. And it's something that Archons feed off of. And Archons are fear. Fear is Archons. Archons are fear. Archons equal fear. It is a fear entity. It is the entity of fear. So it has to feed off of energy. It feeds off of the human race by keeping them in the constant state of fear and the constant state of scarcity mindset, reptilian mindset, me thinking. Arcanists are people who want to rule others, and our society is built upon arcanists. Anarchists are people who want to destroy an oppressive system that is omnipresent within a society. They don't want to cause immoral behavior. They want to remove immoral behavior. Yet, even people within the anarchist movement are taking immoral behavior. The anarchist movement will only thrive once we all agree upon morality. Because once we agree upon morality, there won't be any division within our... It's even a difficult thing to bring forth, because it's not supposed to be some sort of collective group movement. And when I say our, it sounds like a collective. How would it work where individualized people are collaborating? Collaboration is not immoral, but a lot of group dynamics are immoral and are oppressive. Voluntarism, interesting way of pronouncing that word, is a topic to discuss and study in the future. Thank you for watching and listening to this audio clip. This is Aiden Hellriegel from aidenhellriegel.com.